Hello YouTube. This is Baylor Mage again, and something slightly non-Pee-wee related. I want to get everybody a little bit excited about the new Torchlight Infinite season that is about to start. January 9th, 6 p.m. PST. Arcana season. We watched the entire reaction to this live. It was amazing. They have cooked hard. For anyone who's already played Torchlight before, the quick TLDRs is pack spirit stuff got reworked. We're offering way more pack spirits for free, way more access to free-to-play players to get into pack spirit stuff. They're also like reworking it so we can quite often be able to run our drops and DPS pets at the same time. Very cool. New hero is another minion build. You'll see that in the release. As well as a bunch of other cool stuff, trade house enhancements, path of progression from last season. You'll be able to progress in front of the tier instead of last season like it was stuck to each tier. But for people who haven't played Torchlight before, this is probably the most perfectly placed Torchlight season. This has been a secondary game for me for, I want to say, a year and a half, 2 years now. I have a lot of fun every single season. You can absolutely blast in this game. It's almost the polar opposite of what we're playing right now, with the idea always blasting. All skills, all abilities, all classes can end up being different variations of like full screen, very, very fun, explosions everywhere, a ton of crafting. Crafting's really easy to get your head around. You can incrementally upgrade items that you own, like one stat at a time, instead of having to craft an entire item from scratch. You can craft like a usable item and then upgrade it over time. Like, there's so much in Torchlight that is really good, and I have to encourage people to play it. That being said, this video is sponsored. However, I would never take a sponsor for any video if it wasn't something I already loved and already was going to play. So while I have to disclose that it's sponsored, I promise you no amount of money would get me to support a game that I wasn't already excited to play, that I didn't already love. So at the end of this video, we got the live reactions to the announcements. They have cooked so hard. I am absolutely ready to dive into this new season, and I hope everybody else enjoys it as well. Goodbye.
Plus, we're keeping all heroes free for this season. So if you didn't check out Selenia last season, this is your chance
all
to
heroes
do so.
staying free.
Now,
that's
without further
good.
ado,
I like that.
Let's jump right in.
That's an attractive hand. I'm just saying. Well, hello there.
In the season of Arcana, mysterious tarot cards are scattered across the stages of the Nether Realm, each one activating a unique challenge with its own mechanic. These cards present a dozen different trials for you to conquer, each offering a fresh experience and a test of your skills. For example, the Sun. When triggering this card, a dazzling sun rises, expanding its radiance rapidly and sweeping the scene with scorching energy.
What build is this
The
person
Hermit.
playing?
Trigger it, and mysterious assassins emerge from the shadows, visible only when they draw near. The Chariot. Chariots rush from all directions, demanding agility to dodge their collisions. The Magician. Navigate a complex illusion to find a true child of destiny hidden within. Completing each trial might earn you a gift from Fiona, the new season mechanic NPC. These gifts, called Notes of Arcana, hold powers revealed upon entering the Tarot's secret path. Once you've completed enough trials, you'll gain access to the Tarot path, which functions like a classic board game. Along the board, you'll encounter tempting treasure chests, each offering rewards, but beware, as some turn out to be traps. Now here's a quick look at how you can use some of the Notes of Arcana to maneuver around the new seasonal mechanic. You can use the Notes of Arcana to move strategically, stepping from 1 to 6 spaces to skip traps. Upgrade the rank of your favorite treasure chests, boosting their reward significantly. When you're ready to cash in on your loot, prepare for the ultimate test, as you're about to face each card in a series of ever-increasingly difficult challenges. But it will probably be really boring to just, go one card at a time throughout the entire season. So, we decided to allow these cards to stack with each other the deeper you get into battle. That is to say, as the battle deepens, the power of multiple tarot cards will converge on the field at the same time. So for example, you can have the Skun's Scorching Light covering the map, the Chariot colliding from all directions, while at the same time, the Lovers are stepping with the Dance of the Executioner. Now of course, as you stack these cards and their trials for higher difficulty, rewards will also exponentially grow. Now that you're familiar with the Arcana mechanic, it's time to delve into the Destiny mechanic.
Oh, okay. I'm here for it.
We strive to bring players a fresh and engaging growth mechanic worth exploring and interacting with. For the Season of Arcana, Battle Pact Spirits will undergo significant adjustments and optimizations. From acquisition, usage, to even leveling, all of Battle Pacts have been improved. Recognizing that the previous Pact Spirits offer players too monotonous effects, we have introduced a new type of item, Destiny, which can be installed on the corresponding Pact Spirit talent nodes to completely replace the original effect of the talent nodes. You can think of Destiny as a mechanic similar to any other in the game, such as crafting, candles, but it's been seamlessly integrated into the Battle Pact system. But the best part? The Destiny mechanic is not dependent on the rarity of Battle Pacts. So even if you only have, let's say, level 1 blue Battle Pacts, you're still gonna be able to unlock all the talent nodes. Destinies are divided into Fates and Kismets. Fates provide players with regular attribute supplements, such as resistance, mana compensation, curse effects, and more. Kismets bring rarer and more powerful mechanisms that will sure become an intriguing part of fleshing out builds. Various types of Kismets with different effects can be obtained through the Arcana game.
Yo, actually that looks great.
There are even rarer dual Kismets. Players can gradually unlock the installation qualifications during the gameplay. Typically, players can have 4 medium-sized slots, 9 small-sized slots, and 3 special undetermined slots. Undetermined Fates will provide players with additional Destiny slots. Players can install offensive Kismets in their slots to strengthen the weaker aspects of their build. For example, the dual Kismet Headshot will give you the effect of no energy shield, plus 5 aura skill level, and plus 30% sealed mana compensation. Fire Plume and Thunder Branch allow you to directly have the effects of the corresponding Origin of Spirit Magus. Queen Ant can help players build a more powerful build around the ultimate skill of Spirit Magus. It will grant all Spirit Magus an extra 10% ultimate skill damage for each recent use of their ultimate skills, with a stacking calculation of up to 4 layers. Also, defensive Kismets should not be underestimated. For example, Hanging Bird will provide you with an evasion luck when you have at least 3 layers of deflection. Witch Cloak can turn part of the damage players take into mana absorbed. Mountain God can add part of the armor value to the barrier absorption amount, providing more comprehensive survival protection. The intriguing aspect of Kismets is not merely about adding finishing touches to a build's damage output or survival. Players can try incorporating some special Kismet as core components and build fascinating strategies around them. For example, there was once a legendary two-handed hammer called Valerie's Sneaker, which could achieve self-blocking for Rosa's trait by using the Void Orb. Now, players can once again find the Void Orb in the dual Kismet Spirit Orb, bringing the once prominent Rosa self-damage build back to prominence. As we've stated in previous seasons, we want to allow players to access as much content as possible. As such, this season we are introducing methods for players to acquire legendary Battle Pack Spirits. Throughout the Season of Arcana, we'll feature check-in events providing ample opportunities for all players to unlock legendary Battle Pack Spirits. We'll also feature a brand new co-op mode which allows you to unlock legendary battle pads. But more on that later.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. Hi. Hi. How you doing?
Embodying the very essence of the elements, Iris transcends her role as a mere commander of spirits, merging with the Spirit Magi to enter a dynamic new battle state. At the crossroads of fate, Iris unlocks her transformative hero trait,
you become
Vigilant Breeze, a powerful new trait that enhances her connection to the Spirit Magi. By merging with them, Iris gains the ability to directly control spirits, wield Spirit Magi skills, and unleash devastating ultimate abilities. Here are just a few examples of the incredible powers at her disposal. Frost
Excuse
Spirit.
me?
Actively control the Frost Spirit and immediately use its ultimate after casting an Empower skill, harnessing the powerful bonus from the Empower skill. Fire Spirit. Manipulate the Fire Spirit to use its Empower skill, creating a trail of destruction that leaves only embers in its wake. But that's not all. Iris can push the Spirit Magi's potential to its peak by consuming the Spirit's HP, drastically reducing her cooldowns and even enabling her ultimate to multi-strike or trigger a burst effect. Alternatively, Iris can adopt a more supportive role, apply life restoration to the merged spirits, extending their active duration and significantly enhancing their sustained output. Whether you decide to sacrifice the spirits for additional power or become their guardian, the new hero trait for Iris presents two distinct strategies, each with their strengths and distinct playstyle. Along with Iris' new trait comes the addition of two new Magus, the Rock Magus, master of physical damage, and the Erosion Magus, proficient in erosion damage. First, let's take a look at
the erosion one.
This formidable ally brings both offensive and defensive capabilities to your team. Enhanced skill, Rock Blast. The Rock Magus rotates rapidly to attack all nearby enemies, while moving strategically towards its primary target, making it the Whirlwind of the Spirit Magus. Ultimate ability, a powerful leap that delivers fatal damage to enemies over a wide area, making it a devastating force in both close range and
maybe the physical one though. That thing's just leap slamming and whirlwinding.
This skill converts the Rock Magus' armor into additional damage, turning its sturdy defense into an offensive powerhouse. A master of erosion damage, offering strategic depth and a high damage potential. Enhanced skill and ultimate ability. The Erosion Magus channels the power of decay to unleash a massive spike explosion, dealing devastating damage to all enemies within a large radius. Empower skill.
I lied, it's the erosion one. Yeah,
this skill introduces a counter-attack mechanism that automatically triggers a basic or enhanced skill whenever the Erosion Magus takes damage, providing instant retaliation. Exclusive support skill. The Erosion Magus' support skill offers two distinct paths for growth. Upgraded trigger skill to an impressive ultimate, maximizing damage output. Shorten the trigger interval, increasing the frequency of counterattacks for more constant pressure on your enemies.
That's so good. What
We've also
the
been
fuck?
hard at work overhauling and reforging a certain portion of legendary gear to bring it in line with the current meta and most importantly, make it more fun and interesting to play with. Let's take a quick look at some examples of the exciting changes we've made this season. First up, we have Sage's Insight, a set of legendary intelligence gloves. These gloves now deal elemental damage on hit, while simultaneously reducing the target's resistances across the other 3 elemental types. For example, if you're focusing on cold damage, the gloves will inflict fire, lightning, and corrosion damage, effectively lowering the monster resistances by up to 100 points. This makes the Sage's Insight an invaluable tool for maximizing your elemental damage output and debuffing enemies.
Okay.
Next, the Evil Heart Armor, a legendary dexterity chest armor that serves as a cornerstone for ailment-based damage builds. This season, the ailment damage mechanism has received substantial updates, particularly the trauma mechanism. Evil Heart Armor is now perfectly suited to take full advantage of these changes, making it an ideal choice for players looking to push the limits of ailment-focused builds. For those interested in exploring the trauma mechanism more deeply, the Eternal Martyr gloves are a must-have. These legendary intelligence gloves are designed specifically for trauma-focused builds, offering powerful synergy with the updated trauma mechanics. Players can now craft even more devastating setups to maximize trauma damage, unlocking new layers of strategic depth in their builds. And now we saved the best for last. Due to ongoing community feedback, we have upgraded the Lone Walker's boots to Ultimate Legendary Gear tier. Here's what's new with the Lone Walker's boots. Affix change. The previously restrictive affix auras can only apply to self has been removed, meaning that summoners can now equip and benefit from these boots. Enhanced affix.
You.
The last affix has evolved to synergize with sealed mana compensation,
Yes,
making it an
please.
essential item for aura builds. When enhanced through corrosion, the boots can provide up to plus 100% increased aura effects, amplifying the power of your aura-based abilities like never before. Now, further developing upon the skill system that was introduced in the Frozen Canvas, in the Season of Arcana, 13 active skills are being renewed and refreshed with new exclusive support skills. Let's take a quick look at some of them. Let's start with Shadow Swap. Its exclusive support skill, Stillwater, instantly grants maximum stacked movement damage bonuses. No more waiting for slow stacking. What's even better, the swamp now moves with your character, eliminating the need for the Shadow Shot skill, and massively improving both the gameplay flow and your map.
No, I want to play this though.
For Moonstrike, the Lunar Ring support skill has a chance to release air blaze in all directions during a steep strike. This enhancement improves area coverage and makes the skill more versatile in combat. Burning Shot gains through fire, which creates flame trails behind its projectiles. These trails deal damage to all enemies in their path. An interesting mechanic is that increasing the number of projectiles or jumps also increases the number of flame trails, allowing for creative and highly effective builds. We can already envision players running around the map with dozens of paths of flames. The Avalanche support skill for Blizzard ensures that all bombardment waves target large areas simultaneously, addressing a common complaint where waves would often hit just a few monsters. This change makes Blizzard more effective for dealing with groups of enemies. The Cannon support skill for Bombard.
Excuse me? Wait, I want to play all of this. What the fuck?
Making them larger and more powerful. These upgraded projectiles can eliminate
What is
most
this?
enemies in one hit, although the skill reduces the number of projectiles fired per use to 4 for balance. This trade-off ensures that Bombard remains a strong but controlled option. Finally, the Fellowship support skill transforms Arrow I honestly have no idea how to pronounce that, by enabling the summon units to follow your character. This turns the traditionally stationary skill into a more mobile option, making it more practical for minion-based builds. Next up, hero balancing. The Season of Arcana not only introduces a new hero trait, but it's also balancing and revitalizing some familiar faces. The focus is on refining traits that underperformed in the previous season, such as Rayon's Anger and Seething Silhouette, and Mato's Charge Calling. Additionally, adjustments to weaker traits aim to give players greater flexibility in finding their ideal playstyle. Let's take a quick look at some of the most requested changes for this season. Anger Rayhan's uncontrollable anger has been updated to allow attack and cast speed to influence cooldown recovery speed. This change enables more frequent triggering of explosion and boosts damage output over time. For the Seething Silhouette trait, the interval for
is that the
growing
train
anger
build back?
has been reduced to 0.03
That's
seconds,
train's back, right?
ensuring smoother synergy with increased attack speed, while preventing diminishing returns from overly high speeds. Meanwhile, improvements to Rage Infusion will prevent players from becoming disarmed during combat, making the trait more reliable and versatile for different builds. For Mato's Charge Calling trait, the adjustments focus on optimizing the interaction between minions' attack and cast speed. These changes ensure better alignment between the timing of the commander's skill cast and the frequency of minion self-destruct abilities. This improvement should make minion-focused builds more exciting and enjoyable to play. Of course, all the balancing changes, trait adjustments, and so much more will be listed out in a detailed manner in the upcoming Bull Bible, so stay tuned for it. The Season of Arcana also brings a variety of gameplay updates, mostly designed to bring more variety to players and not force players into such a tight and narrow locked meta. A significant update this season is the revision to the damage cap mechanism. Previously, the single frame damage cap limited the potential of low frequency, high damage builds. The new system calculates damage across 3 frames with a total cap of 1.5 trillion damage, rather than a single frame cap. These changes should provide more room for those builds to shine without disrupting overall balance. Regarding melee combat, we've optimized slash strike skills. Previously, the steep strike chance mechanism was somewhat obscure and non-intuitive. We modified this mechanism to better align with players' intuition and expectations. Now, using sweep slash skills, each 1% steep strike chance now directly provides a 1% chance to trigger a steep strike, meaning a 100% steep strike stack guarantees a steep strike. For fighting wheel builds, the focus is on performing in the attacking field. For instance, the core legendary equipment Ghost Slaughter has shifted from providing a corrosion effect for all damage types to emphasizing attack and ailment damage. The additional increased damage from the Fervor rating has been boosted from 75% to 100%. Trauma builds have underperformed for many seasons. This time, we've reworked trauma-related core legendary gear like the Eternal Martyr. We hope the combination of trauma mechanics and critical strike attributes give players more room for creativity when building trauma setups. High mana builds have also been strengthened. Improvements include the core legendary equipment affixes design and increased numerical scale for core talents like Mind Focus. With the addition of the Destiny mechanic and the Kismet Witch Cloak, high mana builds can be further developed, providing 40 to 50% effective HP value and additional HP equivalent to 10k when fully built out. For example, multi-strike affixes now offer higher values, and legendary items like Flaming Evil and Frozen Path have been updated to make resistance stacking builds more competitive. Survival mechanics. Survival mechanics now emphasize synergy between defensive layers. For example,
there's so
players
much.
can combine evasion and deflection, armor and barrier, or energy, shield, and damage transfer for greater durability. New affixes allow these systems to interact more effectively, adding depth to defensive strategies. Some overly dominant builds have been adjusted to maintain balance. Builds relying heavily on off-the-beaten-track, seal conversion, elemental resistance, and physical damage conversion have been slightly nerfed. Physical damage conversion has been scaled back, while attack and spell block chances have been made more flexible. New block-related affixes have been added to items like chest armor, shoes, belts, rings, and gloves, offering additional ways to enhance defenses. Additionally, survival mechanics like armor and evasion now include bonuses for mitigating damage over time, offering broader utility beyond just direct hits. After so much feedback from the community, we're finally bringing more co-op content to Torchlight. Meet City Defense. In this tower defense type event, players must join forces to defend the city's central energy crystal from 15 waves of relentless attacks. The energy crystal must survive until the final wave, and you and your teammate will have a total of 6 revival opportunities. Each wave offers increasing difficulty, and some introduce unique mechanics that demand quick thinking and precise teamwork. For instance, you may need to coordinate with your partner to block a critical attack or handle specific threats strategically. Success will require sharp communication and cooperation, making this event a true test of teamwork. The City Defense Challenge features 7 levels of difficulty. Players need to secure victory once at each level to unlock rewards. Prizes are based on the number of waves successfully completed, and the ultimate reward is worth the effort. Upon conquering all difficulties, players can exchange their progress for a legendary battle pack spirit.
For a legendary. Not for a chance at a legendary. For a legendary.
We're excited to announce the integration of the Frozen Canvas gameplay mechanic into the core progression. Alongside this integration, we've introduced some new changes to the snowfield, enhancing its enjoyment and aligning it more closely with player expectations. Streamlined Talent Constellation. The Frozen Canvas Atlas has been reworked to simplify its talent structure. Early stage difficulties have been consolidated, allowing players to progress more efficiently.
Good.
Now, completing the first difficulty directly unlocks the ability to assemble a 7th level cell, reducing unnecessary repetition. Simplified painting process. The painting process has been optimized for convenience. The prepare paint phase has been removed altogether. Once players unfold the snow paper, they can begin painting immediately. No separate paint collection is required. Acquiring snow paper fragments is now more flexible, and for added convenience, snow paper fragments are tradable this season. To complement these changes, the Void Shard introduces a new talent constellation specifically for the Frozen Canvas. Activating these talents increases the efficiency of collecting snow paper fragments, allowing players to transition to the painting phase more quickly. With these changes, along with the previously announced new exclusive support skills, we hope that in this season, the Frozen Canvas seasonal mechanic is going to be much more profitable and enjoyable. To create an even more diverse and enjoyable experience for all players, we've also made some adjustments to the Void Shard. These changes aim to provide flexibility for different playstyles while improving the overall mapping experience. The Beacon Talent Constellation has been fine-tuned to enhance the early game experience. Its effects are now more prominent at lower time marks, enabling players to acquire beacons more efficiently. This reduces the frustration of broken maps and helps players progress through time marks more smoothly.
Those numbers still look pretty low.
Are also designed to amplify the core excitement and rewards of different gameplay elements. The Cube Constellation has been improved to elevate the cube drawing experience. Unlocking a specific talent now allows for 3 consecutive frenzies. The Hunting Talent Constellation has been updated to better connect drop quantity mechanics with boss encounters. For example, a boss affected by the Goddess of Hunting can now summon a skeletal boss upon defeat. By coordinating with compasses, confusion cards, and boss replication probabilities, players could potentially encounter up to 6 bosses in a single stage. This significantly amplifies star talent bonuses related to boss drops up to 6 times. The compass system, a key to mapping, has also been reworked. On one hand, the overall quantity of compass drops has been reduced, but the proportion of high-value compasses has been increased. Type-specific talents in the compass constellation now have improved effects, making it easier to target desired compasses. Some compasses with monster max life bonuses have been adjusted to make their effects on gameplay more distinct and reducing unintended difficulty spikes. Confusion cards have also received a small rework to make their effects clearer and more rewarding. For example, in Dark Surge, the Confusion card Humiliated Dark Surge previously had a chance to drop multiple supernova explosions when the Surge type was legendary gear. This effect has now been adjusted to be more straightforward. All types of Surge will drop legendary gear. Alongside with looting, we've also optimized the mapping and combat experience. We've made significant adjustments to improve the clarity of visual effects for monster skills, ensuring a more intuitive and responsive combat experience. Netherrealm map affixes and the Glacial Abyss Planewatcher's Breath affix now feature clear indications for safe zones, enabling more precise decision making during battles. Additionally, we've addressed several unreasonable damage sources, reducing instances where players might feel defeated by unclear or poorly telegraphed skills. Improved map experiences. Based on community feedback, we've reworked Netherrealm maps that previously offered subpar farming experiences. These maps are being replaced with more engaging and balanced alternatives, such as the Sunken Dunes in the Voidlands. Our goal is to provide players with maps that not only challenge your skills but also provide, a more overall enjoyable experience. Next up, we're introducing a brand new high-value drop, the Sprout of Legends. This budding sprout serves as a key to unlock a treasure trove. Presented to the Netherrealm Mentor at Ember's Rest, and he will guide you to the Cradle of Renewal. In this secret realm, each sprout can be exchanged for a treasure chest, each containing a random legendary gear. Furthermore, there's a higher chance of obtaining rare legendary gears compared to the other drops throughout the Netherrealm. Next up, endgame content and challenges. The Supreme Showdown and Boss Conquest are making their return as the two thrilling endgame challenges, offering great rewards and prestige.
Good.
This season, players can continue to tackle these modes and use the tokens from the Frozen Canvas that they have not yet exchanged. Players who have already earned their legendary pack spirit in the previous season can still participate, collect new tokens, and earn another legendary pack spirit. Adjustments to Supreme Showdown. A fresh mechanic has been introduced to the Supreme Showdown. Condensed energy. How it works. Players must collect condensed energy while battling. Collecting a specific amount within the time limit will generate a powerful energy shield, which may block fatal blows when necessary. Damage bonus buff and slow debuff. If players collect extra condensed energy, they'll gain a damage bonus, but also suffer a slow debuff. This allows new strategic layers based on your playstyle and build. New Supreme Boss, False God of Symbiosis. The original 20th stage boss, Lord of the Void Sea,
How is this
has been
so
replaced
much?
by a new Supreme Challenge, False God of Symbiosis, a powerful fusion of animal and god forms embodied by Keegan. Supreme Showdown expansion. The Supreme Showdown also now features an expanded 21-floor structure, culminating in an epic showdown against Supreme, Sons of the Rising Tide, on the final floor. This free boss battle introduces a new level of difficulty and coordination, being the ultimate glory achievement for this season. Thanks to the new balancing changes, as well as buffing some of the hero traits which underperformed in the Frozen Canvas, we expect more players to be able to complete 420 in comparison to last season. This also remains the stage where you unlock the legendary drop pack spirit.
Yo. Thank you for the prime. Notifications are off right now.
Introduced several quality of life improvements designed to make your gameplay smoother and more convenient. Here's a look at the major updates. Dream Interpretation System. The dream interpretation process has been simplified to make it faster and more enjoyable.
Fantastic.
Hunters can now select from 3 sweet dream affixes and instantly reinterpret the dream if none are satisfactory, removing unnecessary repetition. Pack Spirit Scheme improvements. The Pack Spirit Scheme page is now converted to account level storage. Whether you create a new character in the current season or start fresh in a new season, you can easily inherit already stashed strategies without reconfiguring multiple Pack Spirit schemes. Unlocking the Golden Season Pass will also grant access to additional Pack Spirit Scheme pages.
I'm so hard right now.
In previous seasons that players had to switch Pack Spirit plans to cope with different scenarios. For example, when facing elites and bosses, they needed to switch to battle packs to increase combat efficiency. Then they had to hurriedly switch back to drop packs to obtain their respective bonuses. This process was a bit cumbersome, and so we have adjusted the original pack spirit layout. Now, players can make packs with up to 3 drop packs and 3 battle packs. After forming a pack with a drop pack spirit, you can immediately get all of its talent effects without adding any pack points. Accordingly, the affix of the quantity of pack points +1 will be replaced with our affixes. On this basis, the pack branches of pack spirits will be simplified to linear structures. Compass enhancements. We've reclassified the rarity of all compasses and refined their icon
Wait, so I
designs,
just get to use my
making
drop
it
spirits
easier to
and my
distinguish
damage
between different
spirits?
effects within the same gameplay and
I
rarity.
just get to do both?
Additionally, the remaining compass quantity is now displayed on the compass slot, allowing players to more intuitively see their stock. Next up, Flame Sand. We're aware that in the frozen canvas, as players progress into later time arcs, they found themselves with an overabundance of flame sand and not much use for it. As such,
don't say.
this season we are introducing a conversion mechanism where players can directly convert excess flame sand to FE at a certain ratio. Time transition
Deleted
capsule upgrade.
thousands.
The time transition capsule effect has been upgraded. Instead of creating a level 60 character, you can now use it to create a level 86 character and directly equip level 86 gear. Path of progression optimizations. We've addressed issues with the path of progression, aiming to better serve new players.
Do the thing.
Growth targets can now record progress in advance.
Oh,
We
please.
significantly reduce the difficulty of certain achievements.
Oh, that was so fucking
Rewards
annoying.
for completing objectives have also been enhanced.
Oh, I'm so
offering
happy
more
about that.
resources for a smoother, early stage gameplay. Certain rewards that increase drops can also now be unlocked earlier, helping early stage farming. Trade house enhancements. Search history. The trade house homepage now lets you view previously searched product records, saving you time by eliminating the need to redefine search criteria.
Okay.
Advanced search filters. You can now apply both unit price and total price conditions simultaneously, helping you find more cost-effective items within your budget. Smarter price check system. The default search rules of the price check system have been improved to automatically query items with prices lower than the current affix, enhancing efficiency and making it easier to find the best deals. Additionally, when an item sells, you'll receive a prompt notification, even if you're in the Netherrealm. Help manual updates. For those puzzled by drop calculations and drop attributes effectiveness, new content has been added to the help manual. We've included explanations of various drop attributes, such as drop quantity bonuses, drop rarity, extra drops, and multipliers, along with their order of effectiveness. For example, entering multiplier in the help manual provides detailed explanations, examples, and more. Mobile optimizations. Despite a greater and greater focus on PC development, we're continuously optimizing the performance of the mobile version, particularly the frame rate during mob-intensive moments, ensuring all players enjoy a smoother gaming experience. Next up, microtransactions and monetization. Benefits and events. With the Season of Arcana, we're resetting our double top-up rewards. Check-in events. Enjoy a series of check-in events where logging in for 7 consecutive days will reward you with another legendary Battle Pack Spirit. Spring Festival check-in. During the Spring Festival event, simply check in to receive a Battle Pack Spirit 10 draw. Battle Pack Spirit rates. In the Season of Arcana, the chances of drawing a legendary Battle Pack Spirit for the current season have been massively improved. Previously, when drawing a legendary Battle Pack, there was a 50% chance of drawing the current season's Battle Pack. But now drawing a legendary Battle Pack Spirit guarantees a 100% chance of it being the Battle Pack for the current season. Now let's take a quick look at some of this season's new cosmetics.
More fantastic. Doesn't matter what season it's from, because the one for this season will be available like all the time. Generally whatever this season is will be the most rewarding thing you can do.
Banning cosmetic, the Spirit of Wolf Hunter skin for Rayhan. Brand new seasonal mechanic, a new growth system, a new hero trait for Iris, new exclusive support skills, new hero balancing, buffs to underperforming heroes, supreme showdown improvements, new co-op content, a host of quality of life improvements, free legendary battle packs, free heroes, and so much more.
They cooked so much stuff.
The season of Arcana is right around the corner, coming January 9. Stay tuned for more news and events, as we'll be dropping more as we get closer to the season. That's all for today, and we'll catch you all in the next one.
Holy. Yo, that's so much. Oh man, it's only been like 3 months. How are you doing so much again?